So let's get right into it. First game. Oh my gosh, it's Panthers minus 7.5 at the Houston Texans. Panthers favored by 7.5. Total is 43.5. Rome, I always start with
Kick
you.
us off, fan. Come on, Panthers fan. I want you to kick this one off.
No, I'm not going to kick this off first. So if you don't want to, I'll turn it to Rome. Kick us off. Tell us how you feel about this game. 7.5.
All right. Well, short week for the Panthers and the Texans. Obviously, we had the Tyrod Taylor news coming out of Houston. He probably will not play. Panthers are still laying 7.5. Look at him. This line was 4.5. Don't think we learned much from the Texans last week, other than the fact that they probably will be the Texans that we all expected them to be. I think if anything, we learned that the Panthers have well, not us, specifically us on this podcast. We were high on the Panthers this year, so we're bullish on the Panthers. And it's really because of, Joe Brady and that offense that we think will click more in year two. Matt Rule, we think, is going to be a top 10 pro football head coach if he hasn't already cemented himself as such. And, here we are, them laying 7.5 in week 3 against the Texans team that's pretty bad now, especially without the quarterback, with the question marks at quarterback. I want to look at this total here at 43.5. I think it's a little low for two teams. Well, one team, that being the Panthers, that's been able to score. Obviously, their defense hasn't given up any points in the first half of the first 2 weeks this year. And the Texans, in week 1, we saw that they were able to score some points. They also gave up a couple points to Jacksonville. And then in week 2, they go up to the Browns, and they kind of play in some type of a shootout up there in Cleveland. So total at 43.5. You know how I always feel about books giving you the hook. I don't think they ever give you the hook on an under. So I think if this line closes at 43.5, I'll be looking to play the over. As of right now, though, especially with the injuries at quarterback position for the Texans, we don't know, what we're getting from them offensively. So, this will be one of those games that you kind of keep the eye on the line, specifically the total. I'm not looking to play either side here. Not looking to lay 7 with anybody on the road on a short week. And, the Texans are bad, so I'm not looking to catch that either. So it's going to be a total play of anything for me. If not, it'll just be a stay away.
All right. Mike Curry, talk to us. How you feel about this game? Panthers favored by 7.5 against the Texans.
Yeah, I actually had a like on the Panthers. I've been bullish like you guys have been. I know I wasn't on the episode where y'all talked about the season totals and stuff, but I was super bullish. I played their win total over. This Texans team with Davis Mills starting, I don't really know what to expect pretty much. But from what I've seen from the Panthers, I expect what they've been doing and even a little more. And I want to lay that 7.5. So I'm going to do it for sure.
All right, Keith, let me know how you feel about this game. Panthers favored by 7.5 at the Texans, total of 43.5.
I'm teetering between. I definitely feel all sentiments here with all sentiments so far, foreshadowing with the Panthers. But I'm teetering between a lean and a like would be. Definitely, I loved it at the 4.5. I wish Tyrod was still playing so I could get that number. I don't like just a lot of the things that Rome brought up. I don't like laying that many points on the short week. I don't think either. Well, I mean, you could argue that the Panthers offense is getting there, but I don't think either offense makes you jump at that. Although they're playing with arguably one of the worst teams in the league. But yeah, it's turning towards a like with the Panthers here, just simply because I don't think the Texans will be able to move the ball much against this offense. Backup quarterback. I feel like it could get ugly. That's why I'm turning towards liking it, because the Panthers have shown the ability to, play well against those leads, like they just did last week. I could see the same thing going again Thursday night, the first stinker in a primetime football this year. But what were you gonna say, Ron?
Yeah.
This is just a question for everyone. What did we learn last week from the Panthers? I think. Well, let's just say in general. I was going to speak offensively, but in general, what do we think we learned from the Panthers? Because that was, they played the Jets week 1 at home, and then week 2 they get an actual formidable opponent in division. Because at this point, there's no way I'm not sold on this team.
I think what I didn't learn it, but I confirmed it that the defense is top tier. Yeah,
right. To me, that's exactly what I was going to say. It confirmed that defense. Okay, and then I know it's not like the best opponent even last week, but to me the offense looked like they already had an identity. The identity is Christian McCaffrey. Get it into his hands. But I like what I'm seeing out of Darnold. I don't want to say that's the reason why. I don't want to pinpoint it to that, but
I think that's fair.
I know you do, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be that guy.
Fair enough. So for me on this one, I lean with the Panthers minus the 7.5. I know originally I had to lean with the Texans because of the number, but I mean it's essentially saying that the Panthers are 10.5 points better than the Texans. This Texans team, Davis Mills, who was on my bad side because Rome, I had to play on him in the NFL draft, so he's already on my bad side. I'm not sure
I
how
don't
he's
know
gonna.
why. I don't even know why you. I don't know.
I thought that people would kind of jump up there to grab a quarterback.
Where did he end up going? Third round?
He went at the end of the second round, but it was like a few picks after, I assume. So the thing with Davis Mills is I don't know. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I just assumed he was going to get drafted at a certain position. The Texans have a really good defense. I mean, not the Texans, but the Panthers have a really good defense. We saw what they did to Zach Wilson, who is supposed to be a top tier quarterback as far as this rookie class came in. And now we're getting maybe a tier 2.5 quarterback in Davis Mills, rookie starting quarterback on the Texans. So I'm gonna lean with the Panthers minus the 7.5. I would probably get that down to 7 or 6.5 though if I could, just because the Panthers more than a touchdown. I don't know if they're that good. But Matt Rule, 7-1 against the spread as a road team, as a head coach in the NFL, 4-2 against the spread after a win. So that all bodes well with them. The Texans are. And I know we talked about this last year. I don't know if this matters. Since 2017, 13-19-1 against the spread after a loss. So that's just going back to kind of the last, draft class or whatever, 4 or 5 years.
And I'm not sure how fair that is because, I mean, who's left on that roster from those numbers?
Personally, I think of the offensive line, Tunsil and the what's the other guy that they.
Is he going to play this week?
I don't know if he's going to play, but,
I know he got his ankle rolled, and I'm pretty sure he's questionable.
Okay, but yeah, just leans. And then specifically, Panthers lost a starting offensive guard this past weekend. And I know that we're already a little thin on the offensive line. So that's why I just lean with the Panthers, over a touchdown.